The fellas brought up a good point. A versus with her and Beyonce would be crazy. She has a lot of bangers where she would give Beyonce a run for her fucking money.
Are you trying to get us canceled, bro? You trying to send the beehive after us?
And here we go.
You want to be like? Sensitivity equals fucking poverty.
Insensitive Culture, the podcast. Check it out, homie.
Guys, welcome to episode 152 of Insensitive Culture. As always, you know me.
So what?
On the other end is...
And that fool Blazer, Ramon.
On the other end is... And we are...
Insensitive Culture, the podcast. Make sure you check it out, homie.
It's a lot of ends. A lot of ends on this.
We got mad ends.
Oh, man. First episode with all three of us remote. And so far, so good. We haven't messed it up, guys. We haven't messed it up.
Not so far.
It's very early. Like 15 seconds in, there's
Hold your
plenty of
breath.
time.
Oh, man. And we've been working on this for at least half an hour. Oh, no, yeah, about half an hour, 40 minutes prior to. So y'all better appreciate the level of dedication. Nah, we always gonna do it. We always gonna do it. How y'all fellas doing today?
Gucci, babe.
I'm doing pretty damn good.
Pretty damn good.
I had a successful weekend, I'd say.
Yeah, it looked like it. It looked like you had some guests that I know over at the pad. And
that as well, yes. Yeah. I had some folks at the house that are familiar to walk. And then on top of that, I had some winnings with
that's right.
the sporting event that happened.
What event was that?
Just something that happens in America that only Americans care about.
The big game? Are you talking about the big game?
The big game, yes. Let's not. I don't want to get sued for infringing on any copyrights here.
What were our the total winnings from the big game, if I might inquire?
Me, I pulled in 440.
Oh shit!
Okay, all right.
Not
so
too,
nothing too crazy,
weekend.
Nothing like wild that I'm going to post on Instagram about or anything like that, but enough for me to have had a successful, enjoyable evening. Most of that was, I'm trying to think of like the timing wise, like if it happened, like I would say a good number of it happened like throughout the night, which was what kept it, fun.
Yeah.
And interesting throughout. And then like a couple of the big ones towards the end of the night. Yeah, that was fun times.
It was enough to where if you would have lost, it wouldn't have totally damaged you, but enough to win to be like, oh, all right, like I'm good.
Yeah, I definitely did not bet more than $100 throughout the night. Like probably less than $60 throughout the night.
You were betting on those drives too, weren't you?
I was doing little $5 drives in here and there, and I lost a lot of those.
They're tough. That was a weird game too. So
yeah, but I hit enough of them. I think I hit like maybe 3 or 4 of them. Where I either bet like $2 or $5 or something on whether it was going to be a punt, a touchdown, or a field goal, or something else. And those are fun. Those are like just gambling, like literal, just straight up gamble, like roulette almost, right? Like it's just like, what do you think is gonna happen? I don't know. We never know.
Crazy.
But when it hits,
touchdown.
you're like, yeah, I just won $25. Like that was fun. Like, fuck it.
Yeah, makes it interesting.
I probably should have bet on this game. If I did, and this is why I never bet. I know I probably would have lost.
You were going to bet on the Eagles?
Yeah, because I was thinking about betting on the Eagles. I I didn't really know. You know me, man. I'm not a huge sports fan, so I don't really know who to go for. So I know that they were the favorite, from what I understand. And on top of that, I know that Swerve, our good friend, is one of the most annoying KC fans in the world. So I definitely would have rooted against KC. I know that about myself, so thank God I didn't. But yeah, I watched half of the game at my boy's house, and it was a good time. I had fun, but I was more drawn to trailers and stuff that was that were released
than the actual sport.
Yeah, everybody's like watching the game, and they're all hyped up about it. I have my AirPods on real quick, and I'm watching the full trailer for the trailer I just seen. That was a teaser trailer and said, "Go online for the full trailer." I was like, "Oh, that's such bullshit."
You were like, "Yes, I will do that right now," while everyone else is just paying attention to the sports.
Immediately, I need to see these. But yeah, it was a good time though. It was fun. Word. So, but luckily, I'm glad you made some money. I know another one of my friends bet a little bit higher numbers. I won't put his stuff out here, but I'm in a fucking group chat. You know what I mean? And they're all
group
talking.
Chat you can't escape.
So I saw some numbers. I was like, damn. All right. So few people won big.
If I put too much bread down, I'd be uncomfortable. Like I bet enough where like it's fun, and like you said, if you lose it, it's whatever. You had a good time. But like you know, these guys some dude put like 150K down on like the KC would win the coin toss, bro. Like obviously he has the money to do that, so like it probably wasn't a big deal to him. But like, you know, if I had $200 on the coin toss, I'd be like, oh fuck, dude, like this coin toss has to fucking hit, man.
Word.
Scary.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's a 50-50 shot right there. I wouldn't feel too comfortable with that. But if you have $150,000 just to bet on the coin toss, you ain't really worried about it. So
no, exactly.
I was scared for the $10 I bet on Rihanna's first song, and I lost that shit.
Oh man, what'd you think it was gonna be?
I thought it was gonna be the "We Found Love in a Hopeless Place" or whatever. I thought that was a more hype song. Yep. It started off a little more clubby, and she came in hard with the "Bitch Better Have My Money." I was like, God damn.
I would have probably gone with something of that tempo, because you can't start it off with something big. It has to like build up. Yeah. So "Bitch Better Have My Money" was the right tempo to start it off, so that it starts to amp up from there.
Yeah, and, it wasn't a bad choice or anything. That's not where I thought we were.
What'd you think of that performance?
Overall, there was a lot of things about it where I was like, this part is kind of dope, this is kind of whack, this is kind of dope, this is kind of whack. And then at first, I will say that at first I was immediately like, yo, I'm kind of feeling like, because everybody that I was watching it with was mad quiet. Like nobody was saying shit, right? Yeah. They was just watching in awe. And I was the first one to say something, and I was like, yo, like mad respect to Rihanna for like embracing positivity and just embracing her people, like just being all out like that. Like her outfit is cut in a way that it's telling you, look at my belly. And I was like, like kudos to her that she's like fully accepting that, because I mean, she just had her last child in May. So I was like, there's no way she's pregnant again. Like, that's just her, saying that she's, I'm thick and embrace it. And apparently that's not the case.
No, that's not the case. I didn't notice it the first time around, but I watched the performance again to show my girl, because obviously she didn't watch it. And immediately, like as it starts and she's looking and it pans out to her, she rubs her belly like as if she's pregnant. And I was like, Well, now that makes sense because or I noticed that now.
Right.
Because I know that she is pregnant. But the entire time that was the conversation is like, yo, is she pregnant right now?
Right. Like, I didn't want to say that because I didn't want to be the, assuming guy. So I was like, no, maybe she's just, because I seen the Apple Music interview prior, and she had come out, and I was like, yo, she looking kind of thick in this this interview. And I was like, all right, well, I know she just had a baby, no disrespect, I'm just saying she looking a little thick. Like, these things
guys can't really just call out people's pregnancies.
Right. So, but now knowing all of that, I'll say she did an amazing job. Like, she's pregnant and she did a fucking performance at the Super Bowl. I think that shit was lit. And she's never been a huge dancer anyway, so the few dance moves she did do, she did dope. And I did like the platform shit going up and down. That was fire. Like, the
platform shit was dope. All of the dancers though, I think that's what I was telling y'all when we were in the group chat about it. I'm like, yo, her dance moves just seem extremely limited. It's not I'm not a great dancer kind of thing. It's more can't really do much. All of the movements were very subtle movements, nothing too crazy. I think the thing that made it weird is the fact that all of that choreography, it felt like all of the dancers that they had around her were limited to the same dance moves that she could do, and that made it awkward. They should have they could have went all out and did a lot more if to make up for her performance. But other than that, is what do you expect for her to do? I think it actually was dope. I think her song choices were dope, and I was more into that. The song choices.
I was surprised no features though.
That was the biggest surprise. I thought everyone was making assumptions on who the features are going to be. And I said if she really wanted to really stir up controversy, because she doesn't give a fuck, and she has so much money and shit, it wouldn't matter. But I was like, it would be wild if she brought Kanye out for a couple tracks. But
I thought it would be wild if she brought Chris Brown out.
That would have been real crazy. But that wouldn't have garnered nearly as much hate, because she did play her parts in 2 Kanye songs.
Yeah, that's very true. In both songs, I did not think she would sing, because I was like, those aren't her songs; those are Kanye songs.
Mm-hmm. And she sure enough did. She just did the hook, which is smart on her end. But still, because Kanye is,
they were big hits.
A lot of heat right now. Even still, I haven't heard shit about Kanye in months, and it's
nothing
still
positive.
What'd you say?
Nothing positive.
No, but I'm just saying I haven't heard anything, period, since the whole Nazi thing, since all of the anti-Semitic stuff. I haven't heard anything. I haven't seen anything, which is perfectly fine. But even then, it still hasn't died down, even with not seeing him for a couple months. You know what I mean? So, but whatever. It would have been crazy but that would have been way too much heat for her. But overall, the songs are great. The fellas brought up a good point that, man, if they don't need it, so it's never going to happen. But a versus with her and Beyonce would be crazy. That would be, and that was that was the conversation. Is we forget how many songs she has. She has a lot of bangers. Where Beyonce, she would give Beyonce a run for her fucking money. She'd have to pull out the Destiny's Child catalog.
Does that count? Is that fair play?
That is fair play.
Are you trying to get us canceled, bro? You trying to send the Beehive after us?
No, that counts. The Destiny's Child stuff counts.
Right.
I'm just saying that was a bold statement what you just made.
That I made?
I mean,
that you said. I don't know if you were quoting the fellas, or if you just said, or if that's what
she'd
you
give
said.
Her a run for her money.
You saying
I'm not saying she
Beyonce
would
would
win.
have to go into the Destiny's Child catalog to keep up with Rihanna. I'm not saying that that's not true. I don't have an opinion one way or another.
This is the first time I've heard Johnny scared of being canceled.
Nah, son.
No bee stings over here on the
Whatever.
IC.
Whatever. Bring the conversations, man. Let me know the list. Give me the list. What would kill what track? If she did not pull out the Destiny's Child catalog, I'm not saying
Just
she
straight
doesn't have any.
B versus Ree.
Hold up, that's the first question. You just led me into my very first question.
Oh shit.
Oh, okay.
Rihanna,
Hold up.
Beyonce.
That's your very first question.
That's the very first question versus
I would prefer Rihanna.
prefer or who would win, son? What are we talking here?
That's the thing. I mean, it's subjective because there are so many songs like that Beyonce, like the audience for that is going to be mainly women or it's but all around I think
R&B lovers.
or what'd you say?
R&B lovers.
Yes, R&B lovers and whatnot. But I think for me, like the songs that I enjoyed from Beyonce was like her earlier stuff and like some of the Destiny's Child stuff. All of the later stuff, I felt like there's a thing about Beyonce that I personally am not a fan of, and that's the Sasha Fierce stuff. The stuff where she comes off as more hip hop, where she's cursing and trying to be more hood, to me that comes off as inauthentic. So I don't gravitate to that. But I know that there are plenty of people who enjoy that. But to me, it just sounds, I don't know, I'm not a fan of it. Whereas Rihanna, her music, it's more palatable for me. I don't know. I enjoy it more.
It's inauthentic for Beyonce to sound hood.
Pretty much, yeah. It sounds. I didn't say that it's inauthentic because she's not hood. It just doesn't come off to me. It sounds like it doesn't sound authentic to me.
Okay.
It sounds like it's a character that she plays. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it could be a character, and plenty of people do that.
I mean, I know the Sasha Fierce shit was absolutely a character. She's
right.
Said that that's a character. I'm just listening to what you're saying.
You're just scared of.
He's mad shook. He's mad shook.
I'm mad shook. That army is too crazy, bro. I'm not trying to die before I live.
We're having a conversation. Like you can't hide yourself
having a conversation
from people's scrutiny. Just because you don't want to argue with these people. Like fuck it, you got to say your opinion. I'm not gonna sit here and say that Beyonce is a better artist to me. This is my opinion.
I don't know that I have a strong opinion either way.
Yeah, I'm not a big Beyonce music fan.
I'm just not trying to poop on nobody's shit.
No, obviously, it's not what I say doesn't matter because she fucking makes a shit ton of money on her music.
Oh,
she has her audience, you know what I
do.
mean? And clearly, I'm not her audience. But if you're asking my opinion, I think I like Rihanna songs better.
Where are you at, Dave?
I mean, I feel I'm in a similar boat where I do feel like Rihanna songs resonate more with me. I feel like I'm feeling them more, whether, I'm out or in the car or whether Ash has it, on the radio. But I've just... Beyonce, man, like Destiny's Child, when you factor that in, like all those hits, just those Destiny's Child.
You can't factor
bangers.
that in though. We no Destiny's Child here.
No Destiny's Child. I mean, she still was part of Destiny's Child, right? So even if I just take like her portions, and let's be honest, when we think Destiny's Child, the first thing we're gonna think is Beyonce. So I feel like that has to be factored in regardless.
When I think of Destiny's Child, I think of more of the times where she was R&B. She transitioned into something else. Like now this last album was dance album, but she transitioned into a whole other thing where to me it doesn't sound like R&B anymore. It's almost like she
What is R&B?
I mean, rhythm and blues. I'm talking about like the songs that Destiny's Child would make. They would make.
I'm saying R&B is really just a way for the music industry to label black pop music.
No, I don't think about it that way.
100%.
I mean,
what black artist is making pop music that isn't called an R&B artist?
What I mean
Fantasia?
by that.
That's like who else is black that is making popular music, pop music, and they're not called an R&B artist? They're not up for best R&B album of the year or whatever.
But I guess my point is that's what R&B evolved into now, because R&B is like,
bro, Beyonce's last album. Beyonce just won the R&B Grammy for this dance album. How the fuck? That shit's not R&B, right?
It's not.
That's why I'm saying R&B is just the music's industry label for black pop music.
But you have to listen to what I'm saying, though. I understand where it is, like what R&B is right now. Right, but I'm talking about like the way we listened to R&B back in the day, right? We know Jagged Edge, like
Casey
that
and
style
JoJo.
of music. Yeah, like that style of music is what R&B was, and that's what I mean when I say R&B. Now it has evolved into there's like that basically
all pop music
doesn't exist anymore. So I guess I still refer to R&B as like that slower, melodic music, even though like now it's evolved into like nobody does that shit anymore. Like very rarely do they do that. Now it's all about,
you're talking about
like trying to keep up with rappers.
R&B.
Like now R&B artists or singers are trying to keep up with rappers, and I guess that's what I don't like about it. I don't know. She's kind of borderline rapping nowadays.
They both are.
I guess. Well, then I guess Rihanna does
bitch
it better.
better have my money. Is that not a rap song?
Well, then I guess Rihanna does it better, like I said. For me. Beehive come, that's fine.
She got
Whatever.
a different vibe. That's for
my
sure.
opinion.
That's for sure.
That's my opinion, and I'm not scared to fucking say it, okay? Johnny down here is shook. He's shook over here for what reason? But that's fine. I will stand on that. To me, Rihanna makes better music than Beyonce.
Okay. I'm down with that, but I think Beyonce wins the verses just on
Probably with the amount of music that she would throw at her.
Right. There's a catalog there.
She can't play Destiny's Child songs in a verses with Rihanna.
You would though.
I don't think so. You think she would?
It's allowable. There are people.
How is she gonna sing a song that got two other people on it?
She will sing her verse.
Do they do that in verses?
Yes.
Where they only sing like parts of songs that they're featured on?
Yep.
Okay.
They would just sing. They would sing. They would play whoever does the hook.
A lot of verses. Okay.
They will play whoever does the hook, and then they do their verse, and then that's it. Some people, like on the DJ ones, because there were DJ battles, they would play whatever song that they've had credits on.
Yeah.
You're able to play. But I'm saying it's the same rules. If you wrote right. Technically, if you wrote a song for someone, you can do that.
Anything you're involved with, basically.
Pretty much.
I mean, I guess it's fair game, but I don't think it's fair game. Like, honestly, I don't think it's fair for
it doesn't even matter.
Whatever was,
this shit won't ever
I
happen.
don't think it would have been fair, unless it was like neck and neck all the way down, and then she drops some like say my name.
Oh shit! Then it's over.
Then it's over,
it's
right?
Over. It's done.
Then it's over, and that's unfortunate because that's not her by herself, even though she's singing lead.
Right.
But anyway, to answer Dave's question, I'm sorry, Wak. I agree with Dave in that I personally would probably enjoy more of Riri's songs just because I vibe with more of Rihanna's songs. Although her last couple of albums I didn't care as much about.
Albums don't matter. It's all
agreed.
All
but
bangers.
I didn't think there was like hits either. Like her last album, I don't remember what the lead single or biggest hit was on that album.
But you're still going with Beyonce? Is that where you were
think
headed?
Beyonce would, even without the Destiny's Child catalog, I think she would win the verses as far as like winning the crowd. Because that's what the verses really is, right? And I think there's no winning the internet crowd, but the in stadium, in whatever, I think Beyonce would win.
It would be an amazing show because I think that neither one of them would be lackluster as far as the performance go.
No.
Yeah, I also think we're all three completely unqualified.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
This question.
Most of the listeners are like, "Why are they so passionate about Rihanna versus Beyonce right now?"
Right. Why they spend 10 minutes on this shit?
But still, that's all right. We're just trying to piss off the Beehive because it's true. Rihanna's a better artist. Anyway, let's go.
Are we ready for the next question?
Actually, let me do it real quick officially. Just because I didn't get the opportunity to do it. Go ahead.
That's fair. That's fair. All right, we did well. We did ask that last question that we sort of found. I forget where it was. The deathmatch question with Wick and Bourne and all those guys.
Yeah.
So
the fight match question, not death match. Fight
Oh
match.
yes, the fight match.
TikTok and want to be bitches.
Yeah, absolutely. Fuckers.
Okay. Who do you think would be like the chillest to hang out with in real life? Gus Fring from Breaking Bad, Tywin Lannister from Game of Thrones, Homelander from The Boys, or Alfie, Tom Hardy's character from Peaky Blinders.
Who would be the chillest out of these assholes?
Yes. Who would be the chillest to hang out with? Alfie Solomon was his last name was Solomon. Yeah. Who would be the chillest to hang out with out of those four dudes?
Oh, I would have to go with Gus.
Gus. Okay, let's hear. Expound, please.
The reason for it is like, all right, so Homelander is completely unhinged, and he would need a very minuscule reason to kill you.
Sure.
Right? And things could go sour for any reason. So that's not very chill.
No, that's scary. I would be on pins and needles.
I haven't seen him have like a chill experience with literally anyone, even his kid. And then, who'd you say? Tywin Lannister?
Tywin Lannister, yes.
Which one is Tywin?
Charles Dance. He's like the dad of Tyrion and everyone. He's like the old dude. Early.
See, and same thing. He's just I don't know. I wouldn't trust anybody in that.
Never trust a Lannister.
You never trust a Lannister. Jamie, I'd probably chill. If it was Jamie, I'd probably be on the fence about that, like Jamie or Peter Dinklage's character. I forget. It's been a while.
Tyrion.
Yeah. Like those. And then I'd be like, okay. And Alfie is a snake, so he always has some thing where he would just turn on you. And the blink of an eye, wouldn't even care. Gus is probably the same way, but more so, I think on the business side. So if we don't have business, and I'm not, cutting his throat as far as business goes,
sure.
I think he would just be the chiller dude to just be around. I'm just, for real though.
I mean, no, you make very great arguments. I honestly can't argue with any of those. Johnny, what are you thinking?
Very similar, though I think I'm gonna go with Alfie.
Okay.
I feel like they're all snakes. They're all gonna do me dirty. Homelander would do me dirty the quickest.
Yes.
Like that's easily the first person I'm saying no to.
Right.
And Gus is a close second, but I feel like Gus has more ambition than Alfie does. I feel like Alfie, like he wants to be number one, absolutely, but he's not like hungry. Like he rides a slow wave, and so I especially the way that the two of them like rock in the story, and no spoilers or anything, but they do a lot of dirt back and forth to each other that should be murderous, yeah, I think I can rock with Alfie. Like as far as vibes, like he says some wild shit, but he never gets hype,
Right.
ever.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
It's just mad chill. Like that's my vibe. Like I'm pretty sure I can convince Alfie to smoke a blunt, and we will just vibe out.
Yeah, no, I'm on that similar path. I feel like when I initially saw this question, my first instinct was like, who would kill me the quickest? And obviously that's Homelander.
Yeah.
Like whatever he
Like, I don't
wants,
even know why
you're
he's a
fucking
part of that
dead.
list.
Yeah, you don't have a
no
shot.
Chill, no.
No,
You would just
chill.
be
He
shitting
was-
bricks until he
Yeah.
leaves.
He was instantly checked off. I'm like, nope, not hanging out with Homelander. And then I feel like next came Tywin. I feel like Tywin Lannister, like you said, I don't trust any Lannisters.
Right.
We see how all that plays
They
out.
always pay their debts, and I don't know who they're indebted to.
Yeah, exactly.
Not me, so they would probably kill my bitch ass. So yeah, Tywin out. And then it came down to Gus and Alfie. And I thought, man, and anybody that's fucking with a cartel like that, like we know how the cartels get down. We see that shit on the news. We've watched both Sicario movies. We're pretty much cartel experts at this point. I feel like I have the best chance of at least pretending to be Alfie's friend so that like we can hang and like you said, maybe get our drink on. But if he starts fucking, I don't know, if he gets drunk, man, like I feel like a drunk Alfie is pretty fucking scary too. Cause I don't know, I feel like he has like a temper at times. Like he is chill for the most part, but when he gets like rage, that's pretty scary too. But I feel like Alfie, that's definitely going to be my answer. I can't fuck with any cartel dudes. That's no bueno.
Yeah. It's yeah, you're not wrong. Alfie is just I can't trust him. So yeah. That was an instinct for me. I was thinking like it was down between, it was pretty much Alfie and Gus, but I don't know. I
feel like Gus would probably be chiller towards a Puerto Rican than Alfie would.
Exactly.
I don't know if you guys factored that in at
Gustavo
all.
Fring?
I just feel like I'd be chilling at Los Pollo Locos spot all the time. That was the name of his spot, right?
Pollo Loco, yeah.
Los Pollo Locos or something like that.
Los
Was
Pollos
that
Locos. Los Pollos Hermanos.
Pollos? Yeah,
Los
yeah.
Pollos
It's the
Hermanos.
Chicken
Yes,
Brothers.
Yes.
Yeah, I think Pollo Loco is an actual spot in LA.
It is.
Probably.
That is. I've seen multiple of them since I've been here.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I didn't even think that was an actual real spot.
Yeah, Pollos Hermanos.
I just keep thinking of something I can't even remember. I can't even put my finger on it, but I just remember someone saying El Polo Loco.
Exactly. Yeah, I remember that.
I forgot where that's from, but for some reason.
Early YouTube days.
Yeah, El Polo Loco.
El Polo Loco.
All right, what other question you got?
All right, last question. Would you date someone knowing that all their exes are dead?
How would I know that? If I just came across this information that literally every one of their exes was dead.
Maybe you're on a date with a chick and you start just, you're shooting the shit at a bar or whatever, and she just starts telling you these stories, for whatever reason, some trauma she's been like. She's like, yeah, pretty much you find out like her last 4 boyfriends all dead, but she's banging, bro. She's like a 9.5, and you can tell that she's feeling you too.
Probably not, no, bro. Yeah,
you just not trying to get murked or what?
I mean, it depends. There's a lot of information that I would need to figure out here.
One passed away from 4, like a terminal
like
disease.
Like one, you said one is a terminal disease.
One is a terminal disease, but the other 3 they're missing. Like we haven't even heard from them.
Nah.
I made that part up. Don't take that into account. I wanted to see what you'd say.
Nah. It would be. I'd be very suspicious and to the whole thing. And she's letting me know, like, if I find this out, like if she doesn't tell me this and I figure it out, like, or I find some other shit, like like Adam's Family Values kind of thing. Where she's known as the Black Widow, like that bullshit.
I thought So I Married an Axe Murderer. That was the first thing that came to my mind.
Yeah, I don't know. I probably would not.
If she didn't tell you, like you go out with a chick,
no,
and
if I found this out,
you're peeping her Facebook. Yeah, you're on her Facebook, and you just happen to be scrolling through her timeline, and she's at like 5 funerals in the last 7 years, and they were all her ex-lovers.
No. Oh my God. No, dude. Yeah, I would have. It's tough because then I'd be scared. It's like, what if I leave her and she fucking tries to kill me?
Oh shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so I guess I would have to write it out because I'm in for the ride now. So I'm gonna have to change my answer and just say I'm gonna keep going and pray for the best, because if I dump her now and she is murdering these people, there's a higher chance that I'm gonna dead her. She's gonna be pissed and she's gonna kill me anyway.
So you're already in too deep. So you're gonna get killed either way. It sounds.
I'm not eating anything she serves me without, there's gonna be a list of rules of things. I'm gonna start riding a bike, dude. Like, she ain't cutting my brake lines.
Cuts your handbrakes, bro. You got no handbrakes. You're going to fucking stop.
Hey man, I could still use my feet. I could like hop off the bitch. I have a better chance than a car.
It's true. That's true.
Oh man, but I'd have to.
So Vicky Aisha, you're out. It's Vicky Aisha.
Unless I have a whole plan for me to fucking move to a different fucking state, like, and it's just like, yo, it's not you, it's me. Like, I have to move for work.
For work?
Yeah.
She's like, quit your job, and you're like, no, I like this job, and then you're
self-employed,
I don't like
though.
that, and then you get killed.
You're self-employed. Yeah, I know, but my move is working. I don't know. I'd figure it out, but
okay.
I'd probably knowing me, I'd probably still bone for way too long, and she'd probably murk me anyway.
Mm-hmm. You'd be number 5.
Yeah. What a way to go, though, right?
Hey, Vicky Aisha, you're not wrong.
Oh man, I had a joke, but I'm just gonna do that to myself. What are you doing, Dave?
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't know. I guess if she told me, if I could at least know that one of the dudes was like something that wasn't murder, like cancer or, something that I could be sure of that she didn't murder, yeah. I would chalk it all up to coincidence, knowing full well that it probably wasn't, and I'm going to get murdered. But like, I'm picturing Vicky Aisha here. Like, if that's the case, I'm not even thinking about her dead homies and shit. Like, I'm just man. Like, yo, it's go time. This is about to happen right now.
You have like be having the conversation with her, like, man, you just have like the string of bad luck where everyone you're with just keep. I feel bad. I'm so sorry.
Can I console
I'm the one that's gonna last though, baby.
Yeah,
I'm the one that's gonna last.
I'm here. I'm alive. I'm breathing.
Yep.
I'm going to prove to her that I'm here and I'm not going nowhere. So, yeah, I'm going to give it a go. And if that's it, then, hey, we got what, 152 in? I'll be okay with that. I'll be okay with that.
Yeah, I mean.
Make sure my my family listens to this to remember me by.
Absolutely. Yeah. We'll commemorate you on 153 and moving forward, but
that's good looks.
but we still have 152.
But we'll always have 152, guys.
We'll always have 152.
Oh man. Johnny, where you going with that?
I mean, I guess it depends on what the number is.
The number I gave was 4, and that was just so that we have something to go by. Her last 4 boyfriends dead.
Yeah, nah, I'm good. Well, you know, I would be suspicious.
Sure.
But
As would I. I would be suspicious too. I'm like, that's pretty crazy.
What are the circumstances? You know,
one was terminal. The others, you're not sure. The others are ambiguous. There's
I gotta do the research, and then like depending on who she is, am I going to put the effort into doing the research? Mm-hmm. You know, depending on how this has been going so far, how long into this whole relationship did I just find out that did you know that it wasn't just the last boyfriend, but the one before that too, and the one before him.
But then the one before him, he had pancreatic
and then I
cancer.
just found out that I think
terrible.
the one before him, I guess he died of cancer or some shit. But but how do we know it was really cancer?
Right.
Yeah,
there would definitely be a lot of questions. So the length of time that I've been with this lady would determine how much effort I'm gonna put. Like, you know, if this is facts. Like, you know, week 6, we've been on 2-3 dates or whatever, and blazed 1 time or 2 times or 3 or 4, you know.
Yeah.
It doesn't even matter how many times we blazed. The time length. You know, if it's been like 6 weeks, I might put a little effort. Anything less than 6 weeks, I'm like, oh fuck. Well, at least the pussy was good.
Let's hope it was.
Well, I mean, I don't know. We would be still.
We would be on week 6 if that wasn't the case.
Nah. And she killed 4.
And she killed 4. We out. But I ain't even hitting. What the fuck? I'm out this bitch.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm going with. More than likely, no. I'm out.
But if it's Ana de Armas,
but you know, if it's been like 8 months or something, and we, you know, met the families and all that, I got to do some research and confirm what's really happening.
At that point, it's too late though. You're 8 months in, bro. Like if you leave, she's killing you. You stay, she's killing you.
Yeah.
So the research, I mean, you could spend your last few days doing that if you want.
That's on me for finding out too late. I hope the pussy was really good.
It would be if you went that long without realizing that the last 5 dudes got murked.
I mean, you could go 8 months on some like mediocre, some mid, as the children like to say now.
As the kids.
Chances are I'd be in there for like a few months, and the entire time I'm thinking, how am I gonna cut this
get
thing
out
off?
Of this?
Yeah, how am I gonna get that? Like, what can I do to
don't
just completely?
Worry, she will.
I was saying, she'll take care of that. Son. You'll be all right. You don't gotta worry about nothing.
You'll be all right. Just stop thinking about it, because it's gonna happen to you on the flip.
Yeah, Jesus. Yeah, the flip side would actually be me staying with her forever, because that's me waiting on her hand and foot, because I just don't want to die.
You just gotta kill her.
But at least she fine.
Matters. She murking.
At least she fine. It's Megan Fox over here murking dudes.
Mm-hmm. With a merkin.
Word. Would you still be down for Megan if she was Megan Fox, even with her weird thumb?
Absolutely. Not even have to think about it.
You're not even gonna think about that weird ass thumb?
Nope.
Thumb is
wouldn't
weird
even cross my mind. If I can handle a chick that has 4 dead exes, I don't give a fuck about no thumbs.
Yeah, that's facts. That's facts.
Word. That's all I got for questions, baby. That's it.
All right, so you know what time it is.
You know what it's time for. News clips.
Yeah. I love
that you don't know what the fuck to do now whenever you hear that.
I don't know what to do. It's news clips. Anyways, what up, fellas? This is fun. It's different. It's a different vibe having us all in different places like this. But I'm feeling this. I'm still feeling it so far. Anyways. Here goes news clips with Johnny Quest. Let's talk about some shit that has happened this week. Something I learned for y'all to find out. Here goes some new news. Can you fucking believe Amsterdam is banning the use of cannabis in the red light district? City officials just voted for this. What?
Why?
I feel like, they literally named Oakland Oaksterdam after Amsterdam. Like, that was always the thing. I'm a pothead, obviously. Talk a lot about the pothied lifestyle. And it was always the thing where it was like, oh, one day I'm going to go to Amsterdam and we're going to smoke in the street at one of their cafes or all that bullshit. It was
the stoner mecca. Is what it was. And in those days before, like, it was medicinally legal, before it was recreationally legal, like, that was the spot, dude. Like, if you wanted to go just be a stoner and do your thing, you went to fucking Amsterdam.
That was the thing. The thing. And now, what in the hell is going down in the Dutch Republic over there?
What reasoning did they give?
They're saying it's a nuisance. It's a nuisance to the city. Let's see, quote, residents of the old town suffer a lot from mass tourism, alcohol, drug abuse in the streets. Tourists attract street dealers who in turn cause crime and insecurity. The atmosphere can get grim at night. People who are under the influence hang around too long. Residents can't sleep well. So basically, after years and years of good potheads visiting, now you got the losers showing up and fucking it up for the rest of us.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't the red light district the main area of legalized prostitution in Amsterdam?
The Amsterdam thing, I don't know if anything is legalized. I think it's mostly decriminalized. But yes, that the prostitution and that's what the red light district is, right? Like, you walk through and it's just ladies dancing in the windows.
Right? Exactly. Yeah. And they're like, hey, bang these chicks, but
the
don't you fucking get high
up
while you're doing it. Like, that seems super, super fucked to me.
Yeah.
Like, if you take away one, you got to take away both, or just leave everyone the fuck alone, which is what I vote for.
I think, I don't know. It kind of sounds like minimizing it in this particular area would probably keep more people away from that, at least that are wanting to smoke and just kind of linger.
Right.
It would probably keep them away and bring more people who are actually wanting to be there for those services. You get what I'm saying?
They make money off. They got to make money off of those people that are fucking those brothels and shit. But, like, I'm pretty sure, and like we can fact check this. I could be totally full of shit, but I'm pretty sure like that was a major draw of the red light district. Was that?
Yeah,
it was cool, and they want to keep making that money. But, like, I mean, cannabis should be taxed as well. Like, I don't know how they're running things over there, but it just, it seems harsh.
I feel like definitely on the cannabis side, that was not ever legal. It was more a decriminalized thing, and so maybe there is no taxes coming in on the cannabis side. On the red light kind of things, there's a quote here that says, "For many visitors, the sex workers have become no more than an attraction to look at. In some cases, this is accompanied by disruptive behavior and disrespectful attitude to the sex workers in the windows."
And
so,
that's
people
exactly
come to gawk,
what I was.
they get high, they get drunk, and they just talk shit, and they don't actually fuck.
That's exactly what I was thinking. It would eliminate people just lingering in that area that just want to just to get high and chill and just be like, oh. But it would, you know what I mean? Like if it's decriminalized or if it's banned there in that district, people are just not going to go there unless they want to spend money on the real shit. You know what I mean? So it's not banned in all of Amsterdam. It's just banned in the red light district. I think that's exactly why.
But I feel like it was only in the red light district that it was allowed.
Yeah,
I don't know that all of Amsterdam.
Oh, that it was allowed.
Yeah,
I thought it said it was banned in the red light district only.
Well, I'm saying before this conversation of banning, like prior to that, I don't think like all of Amsterdam had these pot shops, these coffee shops or whatever that you could cop.
It was only in the red light district.
I feel like it was mostly
shops,
red light district or adjacent. That's where you bought weed and would smoke. Because I that's one of the things that I recall, like the few people that I either knew of that went or I saw like shit of them going, feel like they would go and then it would be like, you can't really, I mean, you can kind of like buy weed here and then smoke it in the street, but they don't encourage it. Like they really want you to buy weed and smoke it at the coffee shops. Like that's how the vibe was. And they're even talking about, banning smoking on terraces at coffee shops because that's becoming a nuisance as well, which again is like, this is like 15% of your tourism.
That's why they're on the map, bro. That's why anybody gives a fuck about Amsterdam to begin with. Like you said, we've been thinking about that shit since like what the 90s. Like that was the spot
easily,
and that's
if not
why
earlier. I mean, that's my time.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's us. That's like when we
since the 90s, 100%.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems like they're kind of biting the
even
hand that feeds
with
them.
legal weed in New York, California, Michigan, all Massachusetts, all these places, even with all that legal weed now in the States, it's still like a personal place that I feel like I would like to go to Amsterdam and just like chill at a coffee shop and smoke some bud. Like,
yeah, dude,
that's still like you said,
100%.
a mecca.
Bucket list.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, bucket list.
For sure. Without a doubt.
Is that the only thing that's acceptable in Amsterdam?
I think other shit was decriminalized.
I think it's
right?
all drugs. Yeah.
Oh, so I think it's just marijuana is your average person. So they still have all those other drugs that
I mean, there's not heroin shops in Amsterdam like there's coffee shops, but like
not that I don't believe so.
No, but
you're getting a slap on the wrist if you get caught with some smack in Amsterdam. I'm sure.
Probably, yes.
I don't want to find out.
Hey, man, I'm just
not what I'm
just
looking
saying
for.
that narrows things down to like if coke is legal or decriminalized, and that's okay. You got your businessmen still going to Amsterdam. It's only the weed smokers that are fucking going there, not spending money on pussy and sitting there making fun of people and shit and just like being a nuisance. So like I could. If they feel like, it's mainly the weed smokers that are causing this issue, we still have all of these other people that will definitely show up just for just for the experience, and we'll be fine. But generally, that dude who's up and down the strip, doing coke, and he's that businessman, he's more likely to spend that money on those. On the red light district for what it's meant. So they've been dealing with people for decades, like you said. And although it's a bucket list thing for us to be able to go smoke in a shop, is it really a bucket list thing now because things are becoming a little bit more mainstream here? But whatever, like just Amsterdam, the feeling of it, I get it. I get
it's
what
the
you're saying.
idea of it at this point. Like I could much easily smoke
Facts.
just outside of my door or in my house. Like it doesn't matter. Like that's not what it's about anymore. It was about the idea of the canals and the European architecture and the crazy strains that were in the coffee shops. Like that was what I had in my head, you know, when I was.
But they're the ones thinking like, yo, the weed smokers are the one causing an issue. So
which
I don't
is
give a
weird.
shit if we don't.
Which is weird.
If we don't deal with them, we'll take the people with more money, who are the coke businessmen, because they're the ones who spend all that money here. They do coke off of the their asses and shit. Like that's what they want to keep partying. We want you to keep coming, but.
Coke and hookers are like peanut butter and jelly. Like they go. Do you know what I'm saying? Like that
exactly.
doesn't surprise me at all.
Exactly. So, but the weed smokers, y'all fucking it up for everybody.
Apparently, even though I don't know about you, Johnny, but every weed festival or anything I've ever been to has been like the chillest time I've ever had, and everyone is just chill and there's no beef or fighting. Like that's what weirds me out. Is like, is it something about Europe? Like I've never seen that in my experience, so I'm curious to see what happens.
I feel like what they're experiencing is not weed culture. You know, like we said, Amsterdam has been like the vibe for potheads since our earliest times of learning about pot, which would be in the 90s. So for us, 90s. For older people, 80s. I'm sure, and since it's been deregulated,
right? Yeah,
in Amsterdam, which was exactly, like the 70s and beyond. I don't know, but so for me, I feel like it's been a popular thing for a while, and it's made its way into what most people would call the frat boy culture, right? Frat boys smoke weed.
Yeah.
Frat boys go to Amsterdam and Europe and backpack, you know, their way around party lifestyle. They make their way to the red light district. They point and gawk at the strippers. They smoke weed. They get drunk. They're loud. They smoke weed in the streets, problems. Which, like I said, is really not. I don't believe smoking weed in the street is the vibe. Like from everyone I've always heard, you go to the coffee shop, you smoke weed in the coffee shop.
Right.
If you want to be, you know, maybe you leave with one joint and you smoke as you go from one shop to the next, but you try to keep that shit low, like, you know what I mean? So, but anyways,
I don't think it's a problem that they're causing trouble. I think they're trying to make it seem that way.
I think they're causing trouble not because of the smoking weed, but it's the same people that are causing ruckus.
Yeah. Oh, either that or they're probably just not spending money. They're not spending money on the shit. So what's the plus side?
I mean, how are they getting the weed if they're not spending money?
Not on the weed. I'm talking about on the red light district, on prostitutes and shit.
Yeah, I mean, it could be that too. Yeah, it could be that too.
I think they're just not spending money on what it's intended there. They're probably not making a shit ton of money off of the weed sales. You know, off of these mom and pop brownie spots. They're trying to make money off of what brings the real money, right? The prostitutes. Like they're the ones who that's going to be it's going to be mad money you're going to be spending on that, and that's where they want you to. And they're probably seeing people lingering in the area, just getting high, gawking at the girls, like you said, but no one's actually going in and spending that money. But like you said, the coke heads are going to be doing it. They want to party.
Well, 100%.
Right, they want to party. They're doing lines and they're going straight into the whorehouses. Like, yo, let's go. Let me get 3 of them.
Facts. Anyways, moving on. Yo, y'all have seen. So we, I'm pretty sure y'all slightly mentioned it on last weekend's show. The balloon that was floating around.
Yeah.
The U.S. And and I don't know if y'all are aware. So apparently, I don't know if y'all have seen this latest stories. There has now been a lot of things happening in the skies above our country over here, and just in the world in general. But yeah, we shot down another thing. The U.S. did another object in the Canadian border, near the Canadian border, and you know, it's people are starting to think that there's either some wild ass Chinese shit happening, or you know, there's talks of alien visitors, folks from other planets.
There was another one shot down over Alaska. Wasn't there?
So
like there's been multiple.
This is the fourth thing in less than a week that's been shot down. And they refuse to say that it's a balloon or any known thing. They just call them objects.
Car-sized object or something. Yeah.
Objects.
Boss Logic put up Boss Logic put up a funny ass picture. It was just like, oh, the maps that aliens have, and it's just the globe with the United States in the center, like, because it's only happening in the U.S.
Well, no. So yes, there has been 4 things shot down in the U.S., but there's been other sightings around the world that I've heard of. Not just the Chinese balloons.
Pretty fucking funny.
Agreed. Yes. You know, we're
all things are reported by the U.S. when it comes to
very
aliens.
nasal-gaving here.
Alien shit.
I'm gonna write off the aliens just because I feel like some balloons is some bullshit alien technology. Like they're not fucking bullshit with balloons. Like that's some bullshit.
No, the balloon things was China for sure. Like they knew that was China, but there were some other objects that said it was like car-sized objects, and that's all they're calling it is objects. They're not saying that it's balloons. They're not saying that it's anything. It was just something that was shot down.
He specifically said, we are not calling this a balloon.
Oh, okay. Shit.
Yeah.
That's what caught my attention when I was like, wait a minute. Now you are like, we're calling this an object, and we are not calling this a balloon.
No, bro. That's different.
What the fuck is it, bro?
Bro, we are in a I don't know which stage of the fucking multiverse that we falling into, timeline. But we are I'm just being stupid, but still. I want to believe that the Mayan calendar was right and we all died in 2012. And since then, I
don't want to believe that.
Since then, we've been experiencing some random ass crazy fucking shit in this world. And it's just getting crazier and crazier. Like that's the only fucking explanation, dude. Like some shit is going down and it's scary as fuck. But who knows what the fuck that shit is? Really, I mean, in all honesty, it could be any one of the countries trying to gather information from. It could be aliens. Are we gonna find that out? No, I don't think so.
Nah.
And you don't think so? It's just odd that out of all the fucking times, man. Now it's we're just shooting out aliens from the sky left and right. These things can move in any direction, but we're able to just pinpoint and blow it out of the sky. Nah.
That's also a good point. That's a valid point against aliens.
Right. I do believe in aliens.
I was gonna say we're all in agreement that there's aliens somewhere in the universe, right?
I mean, there's gotta be, right? It's so vast.
It's
like
fucking
there has to
ignorant
be something.
I'm just saying. is that we're all in agreement that
that's how I feel. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know where or what they look like, but
Yeah.
there's so much room to not have something or someone out there, right?
But aliens visiting Earth, are we yay or nay on that?
Nay. I don't think they give a fuck. I think that's just our sort of American
I don't think they gave a fuck to where multiple shit has been shot down. Within a week, and it's all fucking aliens because they're just dying to come back, to come to Earth and take our shit. Like, who the fuck are we? There's galaxies and galaxies.
Unless they need salt water, we don't have shit for them. So, I don't know why they would even bother.
Right.
That's all we fucking have,
What
right?
if
You're
this is
flying by.
Straight up we are Earth 2, and we're getting visited by Earth 17 or some shit, you know what I mean? And these people have moved on, and the shit that we're seeing in the sky is the middle school project of some young kid.
Just some
looking
bullshit.
at us, these bullshit ass people that are still behind the times.
Damn.
Very well could be. Unless they've been here the whole time.
That too. I mean, if they are human that have, advanced beyond us, they could live among us and we would never know because they probably look the same as us. Unless they evolved to have an extra set of noses or something because of the planet they live on.
No, that's another theory that's out there is that an alien species did come here, and that is what that's what we're what made us evolve into what we know, because we're the smartest of any other animal on this planet, and it was because aliens landed. That would be the theory. If really what's truly out there is different universes and shit, and they're just other humans or whatever, which I also think is fucking stupid that we think that we're that fucking special, that all there is that's out there is fucking humans on humans on humans. Right. But we are. But they said that it's a possibility that something did crash land here, probably mated with a primate or something, and that's what caused us to evolve. Who the fuck knows though? We're never gonna get that fucking answer. But it is yeah. We're like how fucking narcissistic are we as humans to think they want to come here and they want our ass, they just want to probe us, and we are that fucking interesting that they want us.
No,
right?
They want our fucking. If they're coming here, they want our oxygen or nitrogen.
Something.
The nitrogen, I believe, is the most abundant element we have.
But how the fuck do we know that though? How do we know that alien creatures aren't surviving on other shit?
Oh, I know. Yeah, I mean, it could be something very small. I'm just saying, the most abundant thing we have, I think, is nitrogen.
It's in air, it's in hydrogen, dirt, it's in everything.
So yeah, it's some random element that we have, or it could be something you said.
We don't even know about.
Something very small.
Crazy.
It could be something that's buried in the millions of gallons of ocean that we haven't yet discovered.
What if it's semen?
Whatever they're coming here for. It's not for this podcast.
What if it's semen? What if they keep abducting people, right? And they have this whole human farm where they're just collecting all the semen because semen is the actual power source.
That could very well be. Shit. When we're talking about it being also, an old school, humans left us a long time ago, and they're just coming back. It could be that all the men stop producing semen and they're coming back to Earth to harvest our eggs and our semen.
To jerk us off?
It
sounds kind of tight.
It sounds kind of tight until you're fucking strapped to some random ass shit.
You don't know what I fuck with. You don't know me like that.
Oh shit! Move that shit off your bed, cuz.
Put my head up a little bit and just pull that one board back down. We good. Yeah, let's get this news back on track. We're talking about aliens up in this bitch. What else do we got popping for news?
I'm just saying that's not a bad thought though. That's not a bad thought.
That sounds
Maybe
pretty good.
They're just harvesting us for a reason.
All right, last story that popped up this week is this story that Motherboard broke. I don't know if y'all heard about this, but these voice actors are basically being, and this is our lead into HOLLYWOO, but voice actors are being told to sign these contracts so that their voice gets uploaded to AI. And then their voice could basically just be used perpetually. That's
the most insane shit. I'm sorry to cut you off. That's the biggest crock of bullshit. I would never, ever do that if any play. I don't even care what they're paying me. Like, that's giving your livelihood away at that point if they can just recreate anything, right, with your voice.
And remember that video that we were looking at with
but do you
the
get
AI
paid?
where the
what
AI...
if you get paid?
The what?
What if you get paid?
Yeah, I mean, I understand that. What I'm saying is, what I'm saying is remember that video that we shared with each other of an actor, where the AI just eliminated their voice completely, or it changed it to Japanese, but it was still using their voice, changed it to Spanish subtitle. I can see that being the reason why they need to do that. But also, yes, you are signing your voice away to AI. So technically they can do whatever the fuck they want with that. This whole AI thing, and especially in that,
yeah,
you have to there has to be someone who specializes in these particular cases to avoid these loopholes that are already embedded in whatever the fuck you are trying to sign away. Because all they want is loopholes, and all it takes is a loophole for them to. In all reality, though, if they really wanted to, your voice is online. If you are an actor, if you are a voice actor,
sure,
they can upload your voice to AI and completely use your voice for whatever reason.
Sure.
Now they just want your signature.
They need the rights. Yeah, they need the rights to use it to make money off of it.
That would be my initial question. What would you need to put my voice in an AI machine for that I can't provide for you using, for me being a voice actor? What do you need that for? I'm not signing that.
Right.
So apparently what's happening is people are discovering that they've already signed some of these agreements. Didn't realize it was in the fine print. That's one of the problems.
Fucked up.
That's generally what happens there. It's not a problem until it's a problem, and you're signing these contracts. Now that's shady too, because they probably just signed a contract.
Oh yeah,
saying, "Oh yeah, I want to be on this show."
Yeah,
very standard things where before this wasn't an issue, but now you're sneaking in this whole AI thing. But that again, you should really be fucking reading your contracts. You should
Agreed.
You should have
100%.
someone. But generally, and again, that's a loophole that these business fucking people that they sneak in there so that they can do whatever the fuck they want with your life.
Like this person says, what happens when we agree to a role and then once in the booth, we see a line in the script that doesn't feel right and we express discomfort. Normally, we're able to refuse to read the line and prevent it from being used. This technology circumvents that entirely.
Yep. Yeah.
And do they get to use that perpetually?
It depends on the contract.
Yeah.
Depends on how long you gave your rights away to this voice. But at the same time, you can think about it with the whole situation that we discussed on the show with Justin Roiland, right? Where they have captured enough of his voice over the years, and if he had given, I don't know at all, but if he had given away rights to his voice to be used in AI, then they don't need to pay another person to do his voice. They could just use AI to make the Rick and Morty voices and the Solar Opposite voices like forever.
You know what? That's fine, but I need to be paid.
Right, royalties,
top dollar
right?
For, I need to be paid my royalties. I need to be paid top dollar for anything.
That's how I feel.
That my voices.
Like, I don't mind if you use my voice in AI. That's fine. But then pay me like streaming credits or something. You know what I mean? Like, pay me. Not that it's good. Don't get me wrong. Not that these are acceptable wages, but at least you're gonna pay me as good as Spotify or Apple Music is paying, per stream. Every single time someone hears my voice on this fake AI version of my voice, I get paid, 0.0013 cents a stream or some shit.
Yeah.
Give me something.
Nah, you gotta. Nah, even if you are using my voice AI, I need to be paid exactly what I was doing if I was recording it. Like, I don't care. If you want it that bad, then yeah, pay me exactly what.
I mean, I'll be obviously.
I'll be a little flexible.
I gotta be a little flexible. If you're gonna pay as much as when I was doing it, then why would they spend the money on the software? Like, that's not gonna.
That's my point, though. That's my point. If you want my voice that bad, then fucking keep me on the fucking payroll.
But I would rather get paid to not do anything. Like, also, you know what I mean?
Just perpetual money, son. You're just chilling at the crib.
Don't get me
you're banking.
wrong. Like, if you're telling me you could use my voice for now to the next 50 years and I don't got to get in the sound booth at all, okay, well, how much money do I need over the next 50 years that I would rather sit on my ass?
But to me, I'm feeling like if you give them something, like, there's a way for them to fuck you.
I mean, you'll get fucked regardless, even if you're on contract to actually
Well, then don't.
record.
Then I'm not signing away my fucking voice. Then
I'm saying you get fucked even signing like just a regular studio contract. Like, there's always a way to fuck you. So figure out a way to work it to your benefit is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's how I would do.
Yeah. I feel you.
If it came to it, because you also just have to accept, like, the world, the technology, the business is moving in the direction. People will become less and less needed
involved
for a lot of activities, and we love our actors, and you're gonna end up seeing where you're a live actor and you only film 15 minutes and they make a 3-hour movie out of your 15 minutes of work.
Right. Or if it's animated, they send you like some dialogue to read, and they record it, and then they just fucking do whatever the fuck they want with it. You don't even need to do shit.
It's just your dialogue. Exactly.
Right. Yep.
100. That's the world we're gonna live in, man. Like, it's coming. So how do you monetize as much as you can out of your talents?
But I get that. I'm just saying, like, you definitely have to.
You got to read those contracts more carefully.
Read those fucking contracts. Because what's scary about it is, like, let's say, cool, like, I'm getting those royalties off of that. Like, sweet, it's better than nothing, right? And I had to do no work. But what the fuck are they saying? Like they said, it could be some fucking Nazi propaganda.
That's not your problem.
Throw that in the contract. You can't say any Nazi shit using my voice. You can't, you know what I mean? You got to put hire good fucking lawyers.
And there's going to be lawyers that are going to start specializing in this, bro. That's going to be
hire good lawyers and you'll be good.
Yeah, because that would be horrible. That would be fucking bad. Your likeness, and you're just saying all kind of crazy ass shit. What if we find out down the road that Kanye West never said any of that shit? It was all just AI. It was an AI Kanye.
I want to hire that company. They're doing some damn fine work.
They better go work for Weta.
Because we all know Kanye is innocent.
Of course.
It's the AI alien
Just alongside
balloons.
Andrew Tate.
Yeah, exactly. Andrew Tate said none of that shit. He's been a bot this entire time. No one has seen him in person ever.
They're both in
It's
the
not
Matrix.
even a real person. AI created that image.
Word. That's why we keep seeing him dancing in other videos and shit.
Right.
Y'all see those?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That dude looks just like Andrew Tate. Mm-hmm. Oh man, it's great. I love it. All right, is that all the news you got for us, Johnny?
That's all the news. That
We're
was
back,
it.
and it's time for Hollywooo.
Hollywooo. Hollywooo.
Yeah, so we have quite a few things to talk about in Hollywood that has really stuck out to us. But the biggest things right now, I think I want to start off with the trailers that were released during the Super Bowl. During the Super Bowl, we have there were a few trailers that were released, but that was the one thing that I commented on earlier, where it would show a trailer and it would be like a teaser trailer and it would say, go online for the full trailer. Like, what? That was the first time that I had ever seen that. It's always like, yo, we see the trailer and it's like, holy shit. But it was just like a little snippet of some holy shit, maybe like a funny comment. And then it's like, go online for the trailer. Like, all right. So me being me and us having this fucking show, what did we do? Well, at least what did I do? I went online for the trailer while the game was going on. But that's just how it goes. But even though if for those of you who are watching did not get a chance to watch it, we're going to watch the trailer and we're going to give some reactions as it goes along. So cue those up, Johnny.
They're cute. Which one do you want to go with first?
Let's go with Flashpoint.
It is called The Flash.
Correct. It is called Come on, Johnny. Jeez. Apples and oranges over here. All right, so it is called The Flash now.
Another timeline. Another universe. So why do you want to stay and fight to save this one?
By the way, that's Michael Keaton talking.
Yeah,
so
that's
far,
that
right?
voiceover.
I picked
it's
that Michael Keaton talking. My question is, whose Bat Cycle is that?
Same question.
Yeah,
because that to me
looks
Bale like the Christian
right?
Bale Bat
yeah,
Cycle, right?
Okay, I said it.
And they haven't shown Christian Bale Batman at all. That's the only surprise that they would have thus far, because I feel like they gave all the goose eggs away in this fucking trailer. But let's keep going.
And it is. I was gonna say it is a rumor, and I was gonna save that for later. But since we're talking about it, it is a rumor that Christian Bale's Batman is going to make an appearance. The reason why I don't believe it is because Christian Bale has come out and said that the only way that he would be Batman again is if Chris Nolan came to him and said that he feels like there is more to the story. So I don't believe that.
What if they use AI? What if they use AI Christian Bale Batman?
They would have to pay him a lot of fucking money. And I don't think he would.
Maybe he signed it away.
That.
Back in 2007, he didn't think it was real, so he signed it away.
But either way, that Batmobile could be Ben Affleck's also. That Bat Cycle.
It could be. It could
be Ben Affleck, and we know. Anyway, keep going.
Yeah. Because this is the world where my mom lives. I'm not going to lose her again.
Time has a pattern that it can't help reliving.
That shit looks so fucking dope.
Different worlds drawn to each other like magnets.
My face. You stole my face.
The Hawaii Ezra.
What's that?
That was the Hawaii Ezra with the long hair. That's what I recognized from the mugshots.
You have no idea what the consequences can be. Bruce, I could fix things. You could also destroy everything.
Okay. Ben Affleck.
So we know Ben Affleck is in the movie.
Yep.
There were rumors that he was removed from the ending. I don't know, but he's definitely in the movie. And we already know Keaton was in this movie because we've seen the hints at it. But let's keep going.
Mm-hmm.
This can't be happening. I completely broke the universe.
That shit's fucking crazy.
We've been waiting for you.
Yeah, that fucked me up. When I saw Zod, I was like, oh, did we know this? Like, that was the first thing I thought. I was like, did I know this? And I just sort of like wrote it off or what? But that fucked me up when I saw Zod.
Yeah, that's a definite back trip. Like, wait a minute. Okay, because at first I was thinking, I don't know where they're going with this. There doesn't seem too flashpointy. Seems like they're doing a multiverse in a different way. But now I see Zod, and I'm like, okay, they are going backwards in time, but they are making it a multiverse thing. I'm like, where is James Gunn tying this into his DCU? Because he says this is a part of it.
Yeah, he says that the Flash is going to reset the universe. And it's because they could literally make the timeline whatever they want in the ending. And I remember I told you that I felt like they were keeping it because James Gunn went in and said, yo, we need to change these things. And it's rumored that that's where I said Ben Affleck was Ben Affleck and who was it at the end? Someone else. That they said that Ben Affleck's scene at the end and Michael Keaton's scene at the end was changed, and that's been the rumor that was changed, and then another Batman has been added to throw this in, but there's been no confirmation of that. But this looks to be
Christian Bale,
the No Way Home for Batman movies right now.
We'll see.
So far, there's two.
All right,
keep going.
I created a world with no medicine, and now there's no one to defend us.
Want some help?
You are?
Yeah. I'm Batman.
All right. Is it just me, or is I look at this Batman costume and I'm like, this is kind of whack. It's not a cool Batman
it's just
costume.
a newer version of
Like
that same 89 style.
It's a newer version, but it's almost
right.
the same. Like, it's an updated version of almost the same version, and I'm just like, like the ears are way too pointy. The big ass yellow logo on his chest.
I guess I just accepted that because it's like they have to give you the familiarity of the OG stuff to really make you care about it.
Yeah. I don't disagree with that. It's just like now that I see it, and I was hyped for it, but now that I see it, I'm just like, I'm not. It's not.
It should be coming up, but once you see another scene with the different costumes, pause it.
Yeah, I will. It's coming up, I think. There goes the bike.
I can't undo what I did.
Who? That's not.
Nah,
Christian
that's
Bale,
got to be Affleck.
I mean, excuse me. That's not Michael Keaton. But it might be Affleck. Or it might be Christian Bale. I don't know.
What if Clooney
That
or
would be
Kilmer
crazy.
showed up?
Ooh.
We're writing those
Kilmer's
off,
not
too.
going to show up, but
Yeah, definitely not Kilmer, but it could be Clooney.
I mean, you could do AI
Could
voice
be.
for Kilmer.
but that would be whack. I think that would be too much.
I don't think
too
he
much
has a
effort.
voice anymore, does he?
Easy.
Yeah. I would say Clooney, but
The only
But no.
that's either Batfleck
Yeah.
or
Yep.
Bale.
Ooh, or Bale.
Well, I'm saying, I mean,
it could be Bale.
worst things, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, it can happen where they tell him, hey, we just want you to a cameo, a few scenes in this movie is not exactly
Yeah.
tying him
It's
into
not the
another
same as
franchise.
reprising the character.
You know, like, I can
Right.
see that maybe they
That's not
talked
the
him
same
into
as reprising the character.
Correct. But this bat cycle,
I did.
I like the twist of Supergirl too.
If I can't get back, I got future.
Oh, wait, go back.
Oh, hold on.
Who's that?
What Batman was that?
So we're getting the.
Who's that?
Yo, that's Adam West, bro. That's AI Adam West.
Nah, I'm thinking. So we're definitely getting Batman with the gray and blue suit from the comics.
I think that should be Affleck, but it's like a stunt
I
man.
think-
I think you froze it on a stuntman's face.
Nah,
That's
that's
CGI.
all CGI. I think that's Keaton. But that blue and gray Batman, that'd be the first time we see a Batman that's not all black, which is fire because the blue and gray costume is dope from the comics.
Yeah, that's nice.
What's the play? Batman, what do we do?
We try not to die.
Supergirl, she's a change there. That shit is fire.
It's not Clark. I'm well, we're Barry.
We're Barry.
Barry, what are you doing? Our kids are gonna want to see this.
I did think it was kind of weird that he called himself Barry because I feel like if I ran into myself in an alternate timeline, I would not call
The
myself
fuck would you call
Johnny
yourself?
ever.
How would you refer to yourself?
I would just say like yo, or like hey, or like dude, or like yo, what the fuck? Like I would never refer to myself in a third person direction like that. Like honestly, I don't think I would. Johnny, why are you? I would never call myself Johnny, but like yo, what the fuck
There are
are you
people
doing?
that refer to themselves in the third person,
Hey,
so that's
bro,
not so far fetched.
You. Yes, there are weird people. There are weird people in this world. Absolutely. Those people do not deserve time in my Flash movie.
Hear me out though. If I met myself in an alternate universe and we were chill for a while, let's say we were living together in the same place, he's in the other
yes.
room, and I'm like, "Yo, Dave." Like I would
Yes.
yell to him. I'm like, "Yo," I would call him
Probably.
Dave. Like,
Yes. Probably. Yes.
Johnny has to be too cool for school. Is that the end?
got
Is
that.
there?
okay, that's all I
there
wanted
no
to
other
say. I don't have
scenes
anything
there?
else to add to that.
Absolutely. No, I'm pretty sure that was it.
All right. So okay.
that was
So
it.
I saw a screenshot of the Batman, the Bat Cave or whatever, and he had like a room with all of his costumes. It was the main one that he was wearing in the center. Back left was the 89 costume. Right next to his Batman Returns, and then he had some other costumes. One being that gray and blue suit. So that's why I'm thinking it's Keaton.
Yeah.
Unless obviously he loans it to Batfleck or whatever.
That was, I think that was in the teaser. I don't know that it's in this official trailer because I know what you're talking about. There was like 8 suits or
And it was
something
fire. It was fire. They
lined
had-
up, right?
They had the
feel
blue
like
and
that
gray
was in the
one. He had
teaser.
one where he had the holsters with the 2 pistols, because it's known Michael Keaton's Batman does kill people, but he's just not like gun crazy like
Is that a
Batflex.
Burton
Right.
don't give a fuck.
Yeah, he had guns. Remember, he would shoot the fucking guns from his car.
That's true. Yes.
And then it had 2 other costumes on the other end. But it was dope to see. But yeah, the blue and gray costume, it looks dope as hell in live action, because that's the first time we've seen that Adam West Batman, who had the blue and gray initially, and it was that was a nod to the old comics too. So anyway, that shit looks fire. I can't wait for it. A lot of people still heated that Ezra Miller is attached, but that I said it from the beginning. I said that movie has to be fucking amazing for
That's
them to hold on
right
to
there.
it. Yeah, see, it's mad dark from what I can see, but yeah, dead center is his current costume, and then left from the center left, like out, that's the 89. The blue and gray, and then the one with the guns on the end, on the left there, on the far left, and then on the on the right was the you kept it going. On the right was Batman Returns.
There it is. Yeah, he does have
Definitely
definitely has guns
on the right
here.
from the center
I see
out
him.
is the Batman Returns, some sort of underwater looking shit that looks crazy.
Oh, this is.
Ooh.
It looks like
the
it's an
samurai
underwater
shit?
thing, because he looks like it has something over his mouth. And then the one on the far right looks like the Nightmare, like almost like the Nightmare, the one where Ben Affleck wore that shit in the Nightmare Zone or whatever that was called, where he has the he has the goggles and shit.
Snyder cut.
That looks dope.
Yep.
Can't wait to see that. I think I'm more excited for that now.
Yeah,
There's
we'll
a lot.
see
There's
what
a lot.
happens
I
with
think
this movie. I
that
don't
when
know,
Gunn came in and he saw it, because he said, "I love it. I seen this movie. It's amazing."
Right.
I think that anything that wasn't very good, he told them to change, and they are working on that.
It still feels like visually very
Snyder.
Don't say it. Don't.
I mean, it has to, because it had to fit.
It feels very Snyder-ish. It looks just like Aquaman, Wonder Woman, BVS. Like the visuals of it. It's fingers crossed it's not, but the visuals of it look like that. So we'll see what. But we've said it multiple times on the show. It's got to be fire, because they've been holding on to it for so long. And they're not letting
And they had
it go.
every
It's
reason
gotta
to
be
drop
fire.
it. They had
100%.
every reason to say, fuck this movie, dude. Fuck Ezra Miller.
They
and
gave him an
did not.
ultimatum saying,
So
"Hey,
it's
we're
gotta be
releasing
fire.
this movie, and you can either comply to what we're asking, and then you can go on the press run and all of this. We can release this movie, and you're not going to be a part of the press run, or we could just say fuck all of it, and you're not going to be a part of any of it, and we're just going to dead it." Like, but I want to say that none of those, like, they knew that he was going to possibly comply in one way or another. I don't think that they wanted to dead it at all, because it's such a good movie. In my opinion, I'm thinking that's why I'm like thinking pretty highly of it. But who knows, man? Who knows where that's gonna go? I just think, like, if there were any inconsistencies in that, or anything that that had to be changed, Gunn came in, watched the movie, said change these things, and then this is gonna be a great fucking movie.
Right.
Yeah.
And in Gun we
so.
trust.
I don't know that I've heard of actual reshoots, but I like Dave just said, in Gun we trust. He's in love with it. I'm sure it's going to add to the story. All right, let's move on to the
Guardians
next
of the
trailer.
Galaxy Volume 3.
GOTG3. I have not seen this trailer at all.
Nice.
So
Perfect.
ready to cry.
I'll tell you something. I'm Star-Lord. I formed the Guardians. Met a girl, fell in love. That girl died, but then she came back. Came back a total dick.
Oh, please. He left out some important information, but that is the gist of it.
I get the same old dreams, same time every night. Fall to the ground and I wake up.
My sacred mission is to create the perfect society.
He didn't want to make things perfect. He just hated things the way they are.
I want you all to know that I'm grateful to fight beside my friends.
Incinerate them.
This looks amazing.
We were always searching for a family until we found each other.
Adam Warlock looks dope.
Are you ready for one last ride?
We'll all fly away together.
Into the forever and beautiful sky.
Whoever it was that you were in love with, it sounds more like her.
Her? That's ridiculous.
Do not bring me into this. Knock it off!
What? Just never noticed how black your eyes were.
They were replaced by my father as a method of torture.
He picked a pretty set.
Okay.
That looks like we're gonna get a little teary-eyed in the fucking theater, bro. Yo, baby,
For sure.
baby Rocket, son.
Yeah.
Baby Rocket's
Yeah.
adorable. Let's clear
Baby
that up
Rocket
right
and
now.
the other baby ferret or whatever
Yeah.
that they show.
Baby,
There was
Yeah.
a little doggy in there too. It looked like a retriever. It was a cutie.
Oh, that's the the Astro dog.
yeah.
I like that's what he said too.
Can't
Yeah.
wait. Yeah,
What he
I'm
said.
gonna be sad.
He's not looking to perfect anything. He just doesn't like things the way that they are. So it's just like he's just taking all these fucking animals and just making it something else, just for the sake of making it something
It's
else.
interesting.
It looks good. It looks
Yeah.
It looks
It'll be
good. It looks
interesting.
good. It looks like
It
it's going to
looks
be a crazy end to that trilogy. And we're all just going to be sad as fuck in this theater, dude. It looks really good, though.
It also just makes me hype for the rest of
Yes.
DCU. Because if that's what James Gunn is / leaving us with in the Marvel / starting towards it looks fucking beautiful. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, bring that to DC, please. Because that Flash movie visuals is not it.
because the director, first of all, the Flash, it has to be that way. That was already made.
Right. That was already made before Gunn came in. Like, yeah, you can't even count
exactly.
that towards-
I know that. Well,
Okay.
that's what I'm saying is that
Yeah.
that style of DC film is cool, sure, but it don't look as dope as this Guardians movie looks. Bring that beauty to DC.
Imagine if the Flash had that Guardians James Gunn just
Facts.
hue
That's what
and
I'm saying.
beauty
That's
to
what I'm
it.
saying. It just gets me hyped.
No, I get it. I get it.
I can't wait for that visual look to show up on DC's.
Yeah. Is that like a proprietary Marvel thing too? Like, can he do that?
That's
with
how
DC?
Suicide
Like, I
Squad
don't even-
looks.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
making sure.
I feel like he did it with Suicide Squad. Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
And Peacemaker.
And Peacemaker.
Yeah. A little bit more Suicide Squad.
I don't know. Peacemaker still kind of look DC.
I don't know.
I'm
looking to see what he makes that, because DC needs to be a little grittier than Marvel, than that beauty that he brought to Marvel. I think it's going to be a little bit of mixture of that and more of that DC grittiness. So I can't wait to see what he does with Superman, because
that Flash shit don't look gritty at all. It looks very crispy.
That's Zack Snyder's version of gritty.
That's what I don't like about it.
And that's pre-gun. That's pre-gun still.
Yeah, that is pre-gun still. But I like the director from that, because I liked it and its sequel. So I like I think it's is Andy Muschietti or something like that is the director for The Flash. But they still had to go off of like the overall look they were going for Snyder. So but anyway, moving on. All right, so I'm looking forward to both of those. Those are the best trailers that came out of that. Since we're talking about James Gunn and we're talking about DC, so apparently James Gunn came out and he was brutally honest about the DCU prior to him joining and the Snyderverse, and he made some comments that upset the new DC, the DC studios, or that upset the older heads that are still there at DC. So I believe let me see. Oh yeah, that's right. So one of the comments were the fact that Peter Safran came out and said that Batgirl was unreleasable, and then Gunn came out and said that old DC regime was giving away IP like they were party favors at any creator who smiled at them. Those are the comments that he came out and said, and yeah, that didn't go over too well. So it quote unquote ruffled a few feathers over at WB.
So he don't fuck with like the Muhammad brothers and shit that did Batgirl. I feel like they said that the people were good.
He tried to make it as PC as possible by saying everyone behind and in front of the camera were very talented people, but that movie was just unreleasable, is what they came out. The main actress, I forget her name, who played Batgirl, she came out and obviously, she defended it, saying, yes, Leslie Grace. She came out and she was saying like, oh yeah, the movie was not quote unquote unreleasable and stuff. So I don't know. It doesn't really matter because now they're co-CEOs and they can be mad all they want. They releasing the slate. They have all of the right. They're making all of the right moves. And honestly, the way that things have been going, I don't think it's really gonna it's not gonna kill them. But they're definitely on the road for giving Marvel a run for their money. They're going to be a legit competitor when it comes to Marvel movies and DC if this starts going, because I'm really excited for.
I hope so.
I'm really excited for Damian Wayne, which Danny was putting me on, because I came on here, we were talking about it. I didn't really know too much about Damian Wayne, but apparently Damian Wayne is. Bruce Wayne's son with Talia al Ghul. So that's why he's so ruthless and a little bit of a hard ass. So that I can't wait to see that on screen. And that's why they're thinking that that's why the rumors are that they're going to show who the older Batman that's going to be carried into the DCU is going to be shown at the end of this Flash, but probably way too soon. I don't know if that's going to happen, but we'll see. Let's see here. And we talked about it earlier, so we don't have to discuss this anymore, but Christian Bale might be coming back as Batman in the new DCU. I don't think that's going to happen. So, and if he does, it's going to be more of a cameo. I don't see him signing on for, I don't see him signing on for multiple Batman movies. That's just not going to happen.
Right.
Unless they shot a shit ton of money at him and he really believes in what the fuck Gunn was pitching him. I don't see that shit happening. As a matter of fact, no, Gunn already came out and said that that the Batman that's moving forward in the DCU, that the DCU's Batman is not going to be one that previously played Batman in the past. So there you go.
Okay.
Yeah, he put that to bed. We
then.
don't know though. We don't know. They say whatever until these fucking movies come out. But pretty much he shot that shit down. Another rumor, because we can't get enough of Fantastic Four fucking casting rumors. The rumor right now is that Mila Kunis is going to be Sue Storm.
Mila Kunis, Sue Storm. I mean, I'm a Mila Kunis fan, so I mean, yeah, let's do that.
I mean, that's okay. I'm not like
he's not head over heels.
I'm not head over heels over
kinda
it.
Dope, but
I don't feel like it's that huge of a gain over who played her in the last
Jessica
one?
Alba?
Or maybe not the last one,
like
but the
Kate
first
Mara
one.
and Jessica Alba.
Jessica Alba, yeah, like neither of them, like all three of those are kind of whack. Mila Kunis, Kate Mara, Jessica Alba. It's like those aren't really powerhouse characters, and I feel like Sue Storm should be a little bit more of a powerhouse character.
Like who? Who's Johnny's? Pick
if
for
it was
Sue Storm?
if it was before she fucked up with the Eternals, I would have said Angelina Jolie.
Damn,
But
that's a powerful Sue Storm.
That's a powerful. I feel like Sue Storm's a powerful
I
character.
still like the thought of Emily Blunt.
Emily Blunt could. I mean, she's
John Krasinski.
married
Yeah,
to
that was the rumor
Krasinski,
back
right?
then was Krasinski and Blunt.
That's what I don't like about it. I'm like, it's got to be the two of them together.
Have we seen anything
Yeah.
with the two of them together other than Quiet Place? They were great in the Quiet Place together.
I was just gonna say Quiet Place.
I mean,
they're great in
the
a Quiet Place.
This is a pretty big example.
We have no reason for them to not want to be together. Like
Yeah,
Quiet
it was
Place
great.
was dope.
And she's a strong character. She's a strong
I feel like
actress.
it's done. Like, we don't need to see them again in a different movie as different characters, but married. Like, that just feels weird to me. Like, I don't like to see the same two actors in a very similar role in completely different universes. I'm sure it's happened elsewhere, and I'm sure it's felt jarring. It's weird. It's weird. Like, come on. Like, they were married in A Quiet Place. This is not A Quiet Place. This is a whole different universe, a whole different world. Now I got to reconcile these two characters, these two actors playing different characters in a whole different.
You have a hard time suspending your belief. Is that
Yeah,
what I'm
you
hearing?
know, I'm trying to fall into believing that this is real life. I'm watching a documentary of superheroes.
I'd be more on board with you if it was somebody like fucking Ben Affleck and J-Lo. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
If it was a shittier acting couple,
then Emily Blunt,
for sure.
regardless of whether John Krasinski is Mr. Fan or what is it? Is it Keith Richards? Yeah, Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah, Mr. Fantastic.
Regardless of whether.
Did you say Keith Richards?
I said
Not
Reed Richards.
He said Keith Richards?
No.
Oh, I thought you said Keith Richards.
God, no. Maybe I did say that by mistake, but I meant Reed Richards.
We're gonna have to go back to the tape on that. I want to hear that again, Johnny. When you heard this.
But regardless of John Krasinski being Reed Richards, I think Emily Blunt would be a dope Sue Storm. They already did Krasinski for that cameo, and I'm okay with that. But she would be a strong Sue Storm.
So you saying you would take You would take Emily Blunt, Sue Storm, somebody else. Reed
I would
Richards.
accept it.
Okay.
I would accept.
Same.
Yeah, I would accept.
Me too.
Again, I always forget his fucking name, but the dude from You. I still want him to be Reed Richards.
Yeah.
What?
I think he's good.
Penn Badgley,
But
right?
he's a little short next to Emily Blunt,
Penn
I think.
Badgley, yeah.
I think he's short next to Emily Blunt.
Yeah, I feel like Emily Blunt's tall.
She's kind of a tall girl.
They would
Tall
figure
broad.
He's a
it
little-
out. They make Tom Cruise look tall in every fucking movie.
I was gonna say, yeah, they make
Facts.
Tom
Yeah,
Cruise
they
look
could do it.
badass. They can pull it off. That's what I always think. Like, man, if they can make Tom Cruise look badass, they can make anyone look badass. They can make me look super cool in a movie.
All right, so no,
But they
that's
won't.
not gonna happen, Dave.
Glad we got a good laugh at that. That was really funny. You fucking asshole.
Dave look cool? No way. Nah, they could do it. They could
In
do
a
it, Dave.
movie?
Think I would be so badass in a movie you don't even know.
Oh man, all you have to do is show up with a
Bullet Train.
Hell yeah, I could be
show
Brad
up with
Pitt
that
in
mullet
Bullet
and
Train.
and a mustache.
Oh, you weren't thinking Brad Pitt?
I told you, you're insensitive culture's Rick Moranis.
What's his face?
Yeah,
never
but he's
had
so
a
fucking
mustache.
cool. Anyway, let's see. So of course now every fucking movie, even the most obscure, right? They want a universe. Since the MCU came out with their cinematic universe, everyone wants a cinematic universe. So of course, we've talked about it before in the past, but I'm not sure if you would possibly remember. But Blood and Honey is the movie that's coming out. That is a horror based movie based on Winnie the Pooh, and it looks.
I didn't know it was called that.
It's
but I
called
do
Blood and
remember
Honey.
that.
So the director came out and said that he wants to turn it into a cinematic universe, which I don't know. I'm interested in this movie. I want to see what it is. It's probably an insensitive culture movie that we could all watch together. Yeah, on the Twitch stream.
This shit still hasn't been
No.
released. This Blood and Honey.
When is it set to release? Let's see. All right, it is called Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey.
February 15th. It comes out tomorrow.
Comes out when, you said?
It comes out
Really?
tomorrow, February 15th.
Nice.
Oh shit! How crazy is
Is
that?
it straight to streaming?
Good question.
It'd be Wednesday if we're going off when we're recording. That's today's the 13th.
Yes. Wednesday releases let you know that they're great quality.
Right.
Oh, this looks. I'm not even listening to the.
Peacock.
I'm not even listening to the trailer, but I'm just
think.
watching it, and certain shit is just fucking hilarious. They're making it seem like Winnie the Pooh is like Jason Voorhees or some shit. And oh, that's great. That's got to be the first one we watch. We got to set that up soon, and we need to. We need.
We gotta get it.
We need to watch it. We need to watch it somehow on Twitch. But anyway, but this being a cinematic universe, I don't know. I'd probably get a kick out of it. It's gonna be one of those movies that's so fucking cheesy that you're gonna want more of it. I can't wait to see the Piglet version. I can't wait to see the fucking the Tigger version.
Yeah.
Oh, this shit is coming out in theaters.
It's all gonna be fucking psychotic. And you know what? Oh my
It's
god,
going to be
The
in
Eeyore
theaters starting Wednesday.
Eeyore.
And I don't know what the streaming release is for it though.
They're all going to be based on other slashers, and like if Winnie the Pooh is going to be like a Jason Voorhees kind of thing, Eeyore is definitely going to be that type that just locks you into a fucking like a Saw kind of killer. He's just going to torture the shit out of you.
The most evil kind.
Let's be real. No. It's not going to happen.
Oh, man. Obviously, this is...
It sounds good. It sounds good. I mean, it's all about who writes it, right? Like, if someone good, you can attach a good name to it and bring that with the rest of the folks around, then, yeah, it could be a good flick now that it's open or whatever, on a public domain. Sure, but you know what we got. Like, I mean, look at the bullshit that we got for this Blood and Honey. Like, none of us have seen it, but we've seen enough photos to know this shit is going to be ass as
currently on IMDb, the IMDb rating is 4.9 out of 10.
Exactly. And we've already had a whack-ass Peter Pan movie, a whack-ass Bambi movie. Like, all of these things that have made their way into public domain so far have not panned out to be anything.
Honestly, just to throw it out there,
so
this I'm not assuming that this takes that this is taking itself seriously at all. And that's why I'm open to watching it.
I hope not. I hope
you
not.
Never know, bro.
Yeah, you're right. Actors take themselves seriously no matter what they're in.
Let's see what the if there's a Rotten Tomatoes. No, obviously not. All right.
God, that's even worse. It's coming out in 2 days, and there's no one that's reviewed this shit.
Perfect. It's gonna be perfect for us to watch, and so I'm not gonna watch it. I'm not gonna watch it until we watch it on Twitch, because I really want to. I want the full experience to be recorded. All right, so
if it's only half as good as Megan, I will have a great.
We need
time.
A drinking game for it. All right, so Disney has announced that there is I don't think we need it, but there's a Toy Story 5 in the works, Frozen 3, and Zootopia 2. Frozen 3, I'll still fuck with all of them. Cool. Every single one of them.
Yeah.
Toy Story 5, I'm like, I thought the last one was like a good closing to it. But whatever. All right.
Yeah. But there's bread to be made, son. You can't forget about that. Exactly.
Yeah, I don't even remember what those were, but cool.
All right, so The Peripheral Season 2 has been confirmed by Chloe
Yes.
Chloe Grace Moretz. Yes.
Grace Moretz.
She confirmed on her Twitter that Season 2 is confirmed. So that's awesome. I'm hyped for that. Season 1 was dope as fuck, and I can't wait to see where that story goes. Spider-Man Noir live action series is in the works. That's interesting as hell too. Live action, like we seen Spider-Man Noir played by or he was voiced by Nicolas Cage in Into the Spider-Verse. To see it live action, I don't know how that's gonna go, but I'm definitely interested in that. Let's see, and it's in the works at Amazon. So Amazon's been crushing it lately. So I'm excited for that. I'm down for that to see what that would look like in live action. John Wick 4. The runtime has been released. You guys want to care to take a guess? Oh,
I saw it. It was
well. You didn't have to say it. You could have let Johnny guess it. You dick. Yeah, it's a long run time. It's almost 3 hours. 2 hours and 49 minutes. I don't know how I feel about that, but
Jesus,
feels like a wrap up.
I don't know how I feel about that
because there's 2 more, right? 4 and 5, or is it all being wrapped up with 4?
Is that like a 2-parter? Oh, I don't know. But I mean, that runtime makes me think like they're trying to.
I don't know. I could have sworn that they said that there was going to be a 5th, but I could be wrong.
All right. I mean, I'll watch that shit. I'll go to the theater for it. You know, I don't even
3
fuck
hours
with the theater.
Though. That's a long fucking run.
I mean, we saw, what was it, Endgame? Endgame was 3 hours long, basically.
All right, and the last one,
I'm gonna watch it.
The last thing that I have here, just because we brought it up recently, Dave, Spartacus. There is a sequel series that is in the works from the original showrunner.
I did see that. Yeah. After we were talking about it recently, how funny was that too? Because like there hasn't been shit that happened with Spartacus since then, and all of a sudden we talk about it.
We need Hollywood jobs.
No, I'm gonna fuck with that. I mean, yeah, we're ahead of the curve. Obviously, they're like, yo, we should get these two insiders in and let us know what's
spotting those
poppin'.
raccoons,
yeah,
baby.
That's they're everywhere. Fucking A, dude. That's dope. That's good news. And I mean, I still fucked with the dude that took over Spartacus' role. Like, it's not like he stole it from Andy Whitfield or anything like that. Like, the dude passed, and I feel like this dude did the role justice. I'm gonna fuck with it. I'm pumped.
I got to go back and watch that because I think I fell off once Andy Whitfield passed away. And it was a really good show up to that point.
I didn't watch any of it.
Not surprising.
Just like fighting, it was violence and orgies. That's literally what Spartacus was, and it was so dope.
So that's all we ever really want in a show.
That's all I want from anything that I watch. Yeah. Sprinkle in a little pop culture reference, and I'm there for it.
Are we all caught up on Last of Us, or we'll save that for next time?
I don't believe we are. No, we got a slacker down in the bitch box down on the bottom down there. Yeah,
it's always this guy.
I don't know how someone could even sleep on that, son. That's like if your mom said she needed medical attention and you just let it slide. You're like, nah, she'll be all right. She'll figure something out.
I'm sorry. I'm a failure.
I feel bad for you. Like, I'm not even heated that we can't talk about it. Like, you're missing out, son.
That was a great
insane,
episode.
dog. That was so fucking great.
2 episodes behind.
No, he's mad behind. He's not even just one. He's
you're two behind.
Okay. 2 episodes back. If we were not recording on Monday, I would have watched them tonight. But since we're recording on Monday,
it's true. It's mad late.
I haven't found the time to watch them.
But I have to ask the question because I know that there's an answer.
He caught the big game though. He caught those big bets.
I knew that wouldn't be something to miss. But the question is, in the 2 weeks that you did not catch up, what is that show that you probably didn't even have to watch, but you watched anyway instead of the fucking Last of Us? Probably some shit like that.
What you been watching?
Nothing. No, nothing.
No movies.
He had to watch something.
He was watching something. He commented on something he was watching. I thought, he could watch that, but he can't catch up on motherfucking Last of Us.
There was zero. So wifey was gone all of last week, literally from like Monday morning to Friday evening. So there was absolutely no way I would have watched Last of Us, and I actually thought I was going to watch it. Like I really and I mentioned it to somebody earlier today, where I thought I was gonna watch it like on my own and just lie when she came back and watch it again with her, and I just never found the time to even do that. Like the only time that I found that I could do it, it was like already like 10:30 at night, and I was deciding in my head like, am I gonna watch The Last of Us or am I gonna watch like some other fucking show to fall asleep to? Because there's no way I'm gonna make it through an entire episode of Last of Us. The one thing I will say that I did, maybe it might have been after the not the most recent episode, but the week prior, the 2 week ago episode. I have seen like 5 episodes of Poker Face.
That's not what I was thinking of.
But I saw that, like, you know. But
yo, you were watching Megan. When the fuck did you watch Megan?
I watched.
I knew
Megan
he was
Saturday
night.
When did you? You could have been watching The Last of Us.
Well, I had people over, and they were the ones watching it.
No, I couldn't.
That's what I thought.
There was not an opportunity. Yes, that's exactly what it was. There was people over my house that wanted to watch Megan, so they watched it, and I put up with it and did a drinking game.
No, I remember thinking that though when you texted that about Megan. I was like, "Oh, this motherfucker watching Megan right now, but he ain't caught up on The Last of Us." Okay, I see how the fuck it is.
It's, you know, nobody else that was with us was watching Last of Us. You can't just put them in on episode 3.
That sounds like a him
son.
problem.
I'll be there with the baby, just like chilling. We both watching The Last of Us. My daughter can comprehend what's going on. You know what I'm doing? You know what I'm doing at night? I'm sitting there with her. Like, baby girl, you're watching this shit. I don't care if it gives you nightmares. We're watching this.
That was not a problem. I also would do that. Like, that's not a problem. It's just really finding the time to turn that shit on.
Because you got to engage with it too. You can't just have it on.
I'm not like just having it on in the background while I'm changing diapers and shit. Like, I need to know what the fuck is happening.
I have to give you shit.
I have to give you shit.
You have 2 episodes.
No doubt.
Pick them up.
No doubt. I know. I'm disappointed in myself.
All right, guys. Do you have anything to add to this stellar conversation?
Not a damn thing.
Where am I here? Look at that. I'm messing up because of this whole new thing. All right.
Because you watched Megan and not The Last of Us. He's all fucked up.
It's your fault, Johnny. Guys, thank you so much for for listening to this episode of the podcast. If you made it this far, you fuck with us, and that means we fuck with you. Remember to give us a 5-star rating, rate, review, subscribe to the podcast if you haven't already. If you are listening or if you're watching us on YouTube, remember to give us that thumbs up. Write a comment in there. Let us know how much you liked the episode, what you liked. If you didn't like something that we said, let us know. And we'll probably argue with you in the comments. So it'll all be fun. And if you want to cop some merch, like that awesome sweatshirt that Johnny's wearing there, go to insensitivemerch.com. Stay drippy with Drippy. Cop yourself some dope gear. Remember, we keep saying it, but there's a lot more things to come, and we appreciate you tuning in to us every single week. We see that the views are going up on our YouTube, so we definitely appreciate that as well. So, guys, we'll see you next week.
Yep.
Peace.
Peace.